Mets fan freaks out over transit delays. I've already seen that. Let's watch it, though. This is old news. But this is why I hate fat people.
Made it nearly impossible to get around. For some, the frustration was overwhelming.
New Jersey Transit is the absolute worst. I'm not going to get to my game now because they are incompetent. Incompetent. They tell track G, track A, track B, track E, and then I got track.
Okay, just pause for a sec. How many movies would you have to watch a day to become that fat? And I don't know if you ever watch 2 movies in a row. You feel at the end. That's like 5 hours, 6 hours of viewing. You're just like, oh, why was I born? I'm wasting my life. Actually, you guys play video games for 6 hours. You probably think that's kicking ass and taking names. But this guy's just been eating fried chicken and McDonald's and Burger King and ordering pizza and then having more fried chicken and ice cream and fucking Mountain Dew and having diarrheas and where he has to flush the toilet 3 times during each affair. And when I look at someone like that, I just think, f you. A lot of sports fans are like this, ironically. Remember I told you I had to pick up Mets fans because they were abandoned on the highway? They couldn't get into my car because I have a kid seat. Not a big kid seat, just a little booster. He couldn't get in. He was too fat. He couldn't fit in my car. And I was like, well, bye, loser. Okay, go ahead, Chubby.
He was clearly irate about possibly missing the Mets opening day game. Others worried about missing
Okay, that's
work.
enough. We should ostracize those people. I think there should be sizeism. Like, we're a community here. We're supposed to work together. He's obviously taking more than he should. It's a sin, right? It's called gluttony. We're all supposed to, like, I'm part of a community. If I see someone drop something, we just happened on the way back from lunch today. This woman, lunch yesterday. This woman dropped her sunglasses. Excuse me, excuse me. This woman runs up. You dropped your sunglasses. We're all involved. That's why seeing litter makes you so mad. Like Richard Schwartz says, he goes, I saw a fucking cup, like a big super gulp juice thing, just on the stairs on the subway. He goes, who just puts that down on the stairs and just marches off? I go, I don't know, Richard. A shitty person. And now, isn't that what a fat person is? They're littering in their body. Oh, but that's their problem. Man, no, not really. Because it shows up on my tax bill when you go to the hospital. You know, you're changing hospitals. You're ruining hospitals. Dozens of hospitals are going under. I'm not kidding. I mean, I've talked about this in the show before, but I know a surgeon who was telling me that back when he started in the 90s, they had one super chair that they had a man weld for them for a 500-pound person. And they would wheel it out for big emergencies, and there was a special room for that one fatty. He goes, now those chairs are the norm, and the normal wheelchair is the one that we break out on rare occasions.
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining.
They had to redo their operating beds because people were crushing them. They had to rip down all their doorways and make bigger doorways. Well, my dad broke his back last year, which you didn't believe me about and made him confirm it live. Very disappointing. I don't lie. They go, well, you're done, sir. And he goes, I shattered my spine in 18 places. And you've just fixed me up with this wee... They gave him like a double-sided brace that he had to wear on his torso. He goes, this wee turtle shell. And it's funny because I always called him a turtle with AIDS. And that's me good. That's incredible, that. And they go, sir, I got to say, it was so easy to operate on you because you're not fat. You're a normal body type. You're the regular BPM or whatever they're called, BMI, for your age. So this is what I went to medical school for. I cut you open and all the pieces are just sitting right there, just like they were in class. So zip, we're good to go. Medicine works when you comply with a normal society. You know what I mean? It's like when people sleep at the gate at airports. They're not really taking up that much room. I wasn't going to sit there anyway. But it's just like a fuck you to society. It's separate. I feel the same way with black names like Shaniqua. It's a fuck you to the rest of us. Come on board. Your name's Michelle Obama. Michelle. Stop telling me to be better. Be better, be better, be better. All right. What are the 6 sexist things we need to stop teaching boys? How about we stop teaching 5-year-old boys to rape? That's the big one. Or stop grabbing women's pussies. Stop grabbing women by the pussy, Spanky. You fight like a girl. Stop! Stop! I looked this up recently and I was stunned at how much stronger men are. It's not like 45% stronger, it's 80%. Men are 80% stronger than women. Okay? So women don't fight as well as men. That's a hate fact. Sorry. I've had fights with my wife back in our single days where I could have brought a magazine to her beating of me. I could have been on the fucking phone. Women hit us all the time. It doesn't hurt. That's why we came up with the rule 12-1. A woman can punch you 12 times, then you get to punch her once. And that punch, by the way, sends her flying and might knock her out. That's the other thing, too. You're not punching a dude. You're punching a woman. It leaves a fucking giant black welt wherever you do it. And she's got all these fragile little cheekbones and eye sockets. I mean, you could really fuck her up badly. You should be careful with that one punch you do for every 12.
Coach, why do girls have to play with a ball that's twice the size of a normal baseball?
Because girls aren't very strong or coordinated.
What? That's a fact. So we give women play softball because we're sexist? Is that why women have a separate tee at the golf range? Is there a women's tee because we're sexist and we're brainwashing them into thinking they're not as good at golf? Okay. Then if you're just the same at sports, why are all your top players men? Why is it that since we've invented this stupid trans men idea, we have men dominating weightlifting and MMA just because they glued some tits on? Isn't that evidence that you're wrong? It's really fucking bizarre how you can just make up these facts. Someone sent me a Vice article, which I avoid, but she was talking about literalism and how Gorsuch and Scalia represent this type of judge and this stupid American thinking where the dictionary matters. And basically she was saying, my people, the alt-light and alt-right and conservatives, are obsessed with the truth and data and facts. And even within her article, she changes the definition of words to fit her wandering hypothesis. That's what that Reza Aslan was saying about his new job as a sitcom writer. He's going to just totally focus on made-up bullshit. Because that's really where he thrives. And facts are a pain in the ass. Sorry, guys. Lies run sprints. The truth runs marathons. All right, this suggests girls are weak, bad at sports, and that physical prowess is a masculine trait. Yes, it is. Oh, wait, stop. Go back a little bit. Do they have a woman pitching at the very last second? It's only a few frames. Yeah.
That's cricket, yeah.
Oh, it's cricket? I think the fastest baseball thrown by a man is what, 110?
106 over Aldous Chapman a few years ago.
106. Go look up a woman's fastest pitch. It's like 45 miles an hour. Not even close, ladies. And by the way, why are you so mad you're not good at baseball? This is the analogy I always use. It's like, I know a lot about 70s punk, 7 inches, singles, punk singles from the 70s. Britain released all music as singles back then, and then they would compile albums later. But Superman flies down, and he says to me, I want to know as much. I know a lot about 70s punk. And I go, okay, do you know who Captain Sensible is? Are you familiar with The Dam? What do you think the first punk single was? Do you think it was New Rose, or was it the Sex Pistols? Wasn't. Do you think that New York had punk singles? Do you think the Ramones came before them? Well, who was first, Ramones, Clash, or the Sex Pistols? What year is all that? I don't know. And to him, I would say, okay, you don't know. Big fucking deal. You could fly right now through every floor of this building, out into the universe, spank the moon on the butt, fly back and be sitting here in 2 minutes? Why do women want our shit, our stupid shit, our throwing a ball shit? I want to throw a ball. I want to be in action movies. Really? Have you ever watched Discovery? Do you want any of those jobs? Do you want to work on a fucking crab boat? Crab fishing? Do you want to do that? Do you want to design those boats? Do you want to repair them? Do you want to repair the crab traps? It's really fucking weird. It's like little sisters. That's what we're doing here. You know what it is? It's feelings welfare. Welfare is bad for you. Free money is bad for you because it takes away your ambition. It takes away your self-worth. You know, I've always said there's no beer more delicious than the beer you have after you build a fence. It tastes so fucking good. If you have a beer at 10 a.m. or if you have a beer because you're hungover and you're sitting on your ass all day, it's just like gross piss. But when you're finally done the fence and you're sitting on your porch looking at it, oh my God. It's like Brad Pitt's. Welfare is the opposite of that, okay? It's not, we didn't evolve to derive pleasure from no work. It's the very opposite. We've evolved to feel shame and bad about ourselves. So when you give Native Americans tons of welfare and you put them on a res and you put them up in a home that's not theirs, you know what they're doing in Canada? I think it was the Mohawks, I'm not sure. They were using the railings in their house as firewood because it's not their house. They can't sell it. It's not their house. You're just squatting basically on government land. And what we do to black women and gays and trans now is feelings welfare. We give them free good feelings. Lisa De Pasquale showed me this picture of makeup. Maybe I can send it to you. Where every single part of it says, "You're awesome. You rock. Way to go, girl." And this is her makeup is telling her how beautiful she is and how much she rocks. And she's like, this is getting insulting now. I'm starting to feel like a retard. She wouldn't use the word retard, but you know what I mean.
All right, the fastest pitch by a woman, baseball, is 69 miles per hour.
69.
So this is the fastest pitch ever recorded at Aroldis Chapman a few years ago.
Here we go. Holy shit. So yeah, sorry ladies, you can't throw a softball as fast as some fucking black guy from Dominican Republic.
Cuba.
Tomato, tomato. All right, let's go back to this sexism shit. This suggests girls are weak, bad at sports. Okay, stop. Boys will be boys. Yes, it does legitimize aggression. Yes. Yes, it's okay to misbehave. Who the fuck are you, Queen Victoria? This legitimizes aggression and says it's okay to misbehave. See, this is why girls are doing better in school, because young boys are being penalized for their behavior. So their report card says C, but half of that C is being rambunctious. Here's proof boys will be boys. In the Israeli army, they have cameras that watch the wall 24 hours a day. That's a very fucking important job. You're watching to see if bombs are being planted. You have to watch this like a hawk, okay? It's one of the most important jobs in the military. It's not the most dangerous, most glamorous. You're watching just a fucking log all day. But I think they do it in 4-hour spurts. 100% of the soldiers who do this are women. Why is that? Because the Israeli army isn't scared of patterns. They're the least PC people around. And they've noticed that boys, men, young men, don't have long attention spans. Boys are boys. Girls are girls. Females are much better at staring at these things and noticing if there's a problem. Boys will look at it, look around, start getting bored, stop tapping their pens, looking at their fucking phones. Why do you want to eradicate boys? You want to turn women into shitty men, and you want to turn men into nothing, basically. No, not even. Wait, just pause. I like how showing two wondrous creatures, the black bear, one of the strongest, a black bear, if a mother black bear sees her cub in a car and the door's locked, she will open the fucking door.
Doesn't showing two male animals misbehaving sort of prove the point that boys misbehave from time to time?
Yeah. Boys will be boys. I mean, it's not always the case. It's not like animals have rambunctious boys. Oh, whoops. But anyway, yeah, a female will just dip her arm into the steel, just like the Terminator, and then go, and like two Transformers wrestling will just open the locked door like it's butter and get her cub. They are all muscle. I seen a fucking bear go up to a dumpster and just sort of put his or her hand on it and just tip it down like it was a big cardboard box and just rifle through some stuff. I'm talking about a dumpster, like the kind that's behind a bar. She just tips it down, rifles through it, eats some things, plops it up again. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying she. That ruins my point. But anyway, it's a beautiful, fucking incredible animal that the Brits killed and don't have any left. And you're showing me it at its cutest and most wondrous. Like, imagine you saw that from your car. You go, oh my God, I'm so fucking lucky. I'm seeing two little cubs wrestle. And they're using that as an example of bad things. Misbehaving. Fuck you. All right, what's next? Man up. This is so juvenile. Yes. Okay, stop. Boys, you're teaching a man not to be vulnerable. A man is in charge of his family. I'm in charge of making sure there's always a roof over my wife's head. They all have health care. The kids are getting a good education. There's always food on the table. And it's my job to make sure there's no fear of that going. Like, I have to make sure that I have all kinds of checks and balances in case I get sued. I have to make sure I don't get killed. I have to make sure that I'm there if my wife has a panic attack. I can't have a panic attack, but if my daughter is freaking out, I have to be there and go, in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I'm the boss of the house. If there's a noise at night, what do we just roll the fucking dice to see who goes down there? Sophie, honey, it's your turn. I heard a noise downstairs. And here's another thing. I should do a video about this. Going down when there's a noise is fucking scary. You're nude with a baseball bat. And you're not going down to talk to someone. You're going down to fight, possibly to the death. So your adrenaline is pounding because you're thinking in your head, all right, if he comes out from here, I'm going to go, the baseball bat's there. I'm going to try to fucking gouge out his eyes. I'll keep kneeing him in the nuts. Hope he doesn't fucking grab my naked penis swinging around or cut it off. You don't know what he has. So you're in combat mode. It's exactly like a ring where they go ding, ding, ding. You think that you're about to fight. And then there's no one there, of course. You double check the doors. Oh, it was just the wind. Then you go back upstairs, and you're lying there nude going boom, 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 boom. You were just ready to kill. You were about to kill a Puerto Rican 14-year-old junkie. So let's have some credit there. No, you can't fucking be vulnerable. You can't cry. The only time you can cry is if it's a movie that Clint Eastwood made about the military, and only then it has to be a tear that just drips down your cheek that you don't touch. You can't ever do ugly cry. So wrong again, ladies. This is all made by gays, by the way, Mike. Women and gays are telling straight men how to be. No one says that. No one gives a fuck. No one says this. Yeah, maybe in 1918. Oh yeah, lots of people are mad when Iggy Pop wears a dress. One of the manliest men on earth. I think he's surfing right now. The guy who invented punk from Detroit. And you use some example of someone we should stop bullying. Stop bullying Iggy Pop and telling him he's not man enough. Okay, I'll get right on that. Wow, they really do dial it in, huh? Remember I told you I met some Mike reporter that Ann Coulter had red-pilled, some gay Jew? And he said, yeah, I wrote about you. I go, what was your motive? And he goes, I don't even remember. I just farted out 5 things. Like, these guys are totally dialing it in. But it has 1.5 million fucking views. Women. That's for women. That's for women to feel good about themselves. It's feelings welfare. A huge part of our economy is feelings welfare because women spend. They buy. Mostly our money. If it's not her boyfriend or her husband's money, it's money she made from being some boss's assistant who had to get his female numbers up so he has a bunch of women running errands for him. He pays them. Thanks, Gal Friday. Go buy shit with your feelings welfare. What a fucking mess. Women were supposed to be buying stuff to get men, like makeup and fancy dresses and shit. By the way, I don't think our viewers are enjoying this giant white square. Unless it's a bag of Coke. I don't think they want to see that. All right. Grandfather of teen killed in Oklahoma home.
Don't you want to finish this?
Oh, yes, let's finish. That's a fact. Wait, stop. Women aren't attracted to men who wear dresses, just so you know, okay? If I wore a dress, my wife would not be married to me. We don't beat up guys who wear dresses. We just laugh or roll our eyes. It's not fucking normal, and it looks stupid. The whole point of a dress is because it's sexy, and it implies you pull it up and you fuck her from behind. All clothing exaggerate differences. It's about her sitting down to pee. It's about the high heels are about accentuating her ass and making her more vulnerable. So you're exaggerating the fact that women are more vulnerable. The red lipstick, the blush, women's lips go redder when they're having sex. Their cheeks get flushed when they're having sex. You're mimicking sex. You're pushing up the bra. Men don't have tits. When you push up your tits, you're saying, I'm different than you. I have tits. Dresses are all modeled around all those differences. When they're on men, they look fucking stupid. Even kilts, you got to have like a dagger in your sock to justify it. And then you need a haircut? I'm the only one who says that. This is so half-assed. What? Can you imagine if you were a teacher and this was submitted as an essay? First of all, I assume, and when I said that, I pictured in my head a large piece of construction paper, and these were written in crayon. But if you saw this and you were a freshman, you taught ninth graders, you would just go, well, that's an F. You obviously didn't think any of this through. It's just a bunch of pedantic tropes that you barfed out of your pen. No, you have to do actual work here. That was pathetic. I mean, I'm having trouble thinking of an age where that wouldn't be pathetic. I guess 8? But even if an 8-year-old did that, I go, you sound brainwashed. Where are you getting all this shit from? You need a haircut? Whoever's... I say that to my son when his hair goes over his ears or his bangs are in his eyes. No one sees... I'm probably the only guy who sees someone with long hair and goes, dude, get a fucking haircut. You look ridiculous. No one else says that. That was fucking irritating, wasn't it? Go get it. Stop saying go get a haircut and stop shitting on guys who wear pink. Everyone wears pink.
I think it's sort of an old-fashioned thing that you still hear every now and then. Go get a haircut. That's the only thing on there, though, that was like that.
What? Tell me.
No, I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, but I don't hear it. Maybe in Brooklyn, someone says that to their cousin.
My dad.
Yeah, exactly.
The Yankees.
It's sexist for you to need to get a haircut. They want you to clean up. They might as well say, go shave.
Yeah, same thing.
It's got nothing to do with women. It's like saying, tuck your shirt in. They don't say get a haircut because they don't want you to be a woman. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I give up. All right, let's find this grandfather of this teen killed in Oklahoma home.
Jacob Redfern tells Channel 8's Ethan Hutchins he believes shooting and killing the 17-year-old and his friends wasn't needed. It's a story you will only see here on Tulsa's Channel 8.
What these 3 boys did was stupid.
Leroy Shoemaker agrees his grandson Jacob Redfern and his friends made a bad decision, but not one worthy of deadly consequences.
They knew they could be punished for it, but they did not deserve to die.
Redfern, 19-year-old Maxwell Cook, and 16-year-old Jake Woodruff were shot by the homeowner's son while breaking into the Wagner County house on Monday. Shoemaker says his grandson didn't have a chance. The 17-year-old, he says, never got into trouble.
Brass knuckles against an AR-15, come on. Who was afraid for their life?
Since the shooting, Wagner County deputies have arrested 21-year-old Elizabeth Rodriguez, the alleged getaway driver. Shoemaker believes she was the ringleader. The homeowner's son has not been charged with a crime, deputies saying they believe he fired in self-defense.
There's got to be a limit to that law. I mean, he shot all 3 of them. There was no need for that.
Shoemaker does say he is for the right to bear arms and protect your home, but he doesn't agree with shooting and killing intruders.
These boys' families are going to suffer the rest of their life. We have to live with this the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I know. It was really dumb.
It's a situation he knows was caused by the 3 teens' poor decisions. He only hopes their
All right, that's enough. Sorry. I mean, black people always do this, too. You didn't have to kill him. Remember? There was that guy who robbed the Pizza Hut, and he got shot through the chest.
Yeah, and with cops, too. Just any time a cop kills
sorry,
them.
It's terrible. Teens are fucking stupid. Teens also wrap their cars around telephone poles, and I'm so lucky. I did so much dumb shit. I remember surfing on the tops of cars. We would stand on the hood, and they'd drive down the highway, and we'd go, Surfing USA, whipping down the highway. I mean, would have been dead instantly. Playing chicken in our cars, fucking dumb. But yeah, when you do dumb things with high stakes, sorry. I think it's weird that someone who obviously knows guns is under the illusion you can just like clip someone and fucking pierce their ears and write "Go away, bad man" on the wall in holes. It's you're trying to stop. And by the way, the kid went over there with brass knuckles. So the kid was going to beat up the old man.
I guess that was his defense.
But he bought brass knuckles. You punch someone in the head with brass knuckles, you could kill them. You get them in the temple, give them a brain fucking hemorrhage. I understand how he feels. I'd feel terrible too. But sorry guys, we can't make fun of black people for having stupid logic and then pretend it's not happening when it happens to white kids. Logic knows no race. Bullets don't care if you're rich or poor or black or white. You break into someone's fucking house. Even when I thought I talked about this with the snowballs, but we used to vandalize. We had a stupid rule. I'm embarrassed to say this, but when I was about 16, we had a rule. You couldn't go to a party unless you committed 13 acts of vandalism. So we would just go through the backyards of people, throwing their lawn chairs in their pools and pushing over their fucking big garden gnome things. Or this one guy had built a beautiful lattice where he had all these vines growing up. We tore it to the ground and stamped on it. The cops caught us for that one. And the worst part of that was my dad making me go back and talk to the guy and help him rebuild it. But we knew we were going to get in shit. We knew there was a huge risk. That's the whole fun of it. Not saying that dying is fun, but did I ever tell you about the time? Actually, this is in my new movie coming up based on my book. It's in my book. My dad beat the shit out of guys nude. He was sitting in bed, sleeping nude as I do. Scotsmen all sleep nude. We're very proud of our genitalia, probably because it's huge. And these kids are running through the backyard. My dad hears them in the pool, and he's still a kid from the Gorbals at the end of the day. So he doesn't put on his house coat and walk over to the back door and turn on the light and go, "Hello? Who's there? Hey, I'm going to call the cops." He goes, opens the bedroom window, which opened up to the pool, leaps out of the window nude, into the flowers, kills all them. Just like the Terminator, he's naked, running down the edge of the pool right at them, and they go, "Holy shit!" So one of them runs up the slide. We had a slide that went down, and the slide was so high that it could be seen in the neighbor's yard. One of them runs up the slide, jumps off into the neighbor's yard. The other is trying to do that. My dad grabs his ankle, lifts him off the slide, just like he's fucking catching a swordfish. Whoomph! Knocks the guy down. Stands over top of him. So this guy is seeing my dad's huge Scottish uncircumcised elephant cock just hanging, swinging down. And my dad just picks him up and just starts going, psh, 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 and punches him in the face until he's unconscious. Basically murders him. The kid, and then I think my dad called the cops after that. I'm not sure. Or the guy made his own way and he called the cops. But anyway, my dad got charged with assault. He still has a criminal record for assault, for beating up a 14-year-old while nude. That's Canada, though. In Texas, they would have probably given him $1,000 for the inconvenience.
So, if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.